Even with no video evidence at the time, the family and I still did everything that we could to try to get justice for Shaheen and bring awareness to the situation. This is a picture of the family at a candlelight visual that we was trying to have, a peaceful candlelight visual. I stated peaceful or trying to have a peaceful visual because when we arrived, they had the streets blocked off and they was yelling at anyone who tried to come onto the street. They even had the warden and guards standing at the top of the stairs yelling and stating that if we was to touch any of these stairs, that we will be going to jail. Mind you, this was a whole month after the incident happened. We have yet to hear from the warden or the DA or have a meeting. The only thing they were doing was putting out false information in the newspaper. But they showed up to try to stop my candlelight visual for Shaheen Mackey. After we did the visual with my lawyer present, this is when I started to notice the cover-up. Now, they had already did an autopsy which found no drugs in his system, but said that he had died of natural causes. Nothing about the asphyxiation or the loss of oxygen to his brain. At the time, I thought I had ordered a personal autopsy from the hospital and then was told by the guard that he was at the autopsy, but not my lawyer. This didn't make sense or sound right to me. So I ordered another autopsy through my lawyer. But my lawyer said that when the guy got there to do the autopsy, he couldn't do the autopsy. There was nothing for him to do the autopsy with because Shaheen didn't have no organs. He was not an organ donor. Not only that, when it was time to do a funeral for Shaheen Mackey and I went to pick up his body, they refused to give me his body from the funeral home and said that Shaheen Mackey's body had disintegrated. So I could not get his body to do a funeral. From the beginning of me talking to this coroner, I spoke to him and asked him to keep his body and stated that I will be doing an investigation. How did his body disintegrate within that period of time? He should be in a freezer. You are a coroner. They refused to give me Shaheen Mackey's body, so the family and I never was able to give him a funeral. And then he stated that they cremated him. As I stated, he was supposed to hold Shaheen's body to after all of these proceedings are done. Since he said Shaheen's body had disintegrated and there's nothing else that we can do, at the time, he stated he will hold the body still and then we would have to work out arrangements of cremating him. None of that happened. They cremated Shaheen Mackey's body before I could do a funeral or anything.